We have a very pleasant evening here tonight at Stour. We've got the sun not far off setting. We've got a tug that's just gone out to the container ship over there. That is getting a line on board now to haul her in and take her down to one of the quays. I think that she might have to go right on the very end there at Trinity. There's 8 ships on there at the moment, which is quite good. And then coming round past the sun, we have one of these large cruise ships going out. I think that's one of these booze cruise things. Going to France, Portugal and I believe Spain. Wine and dine or whatever they call them. You have the big ship on key 8 and 9 over here, called MSC Lana from Panama. There's the tugs just here by the pontoon. As I say, plenty of ships on over there. You can't see all of them because there's a couple tucked in behind the Lana. I think there's 9 actually I can see now. Yeah, just go around to see if we can get this in the sun. This is the Lara. It's a pity we can't get the cruise ship and the container ship here passing at the same time. That's wishful thinking, I guess. Anyway, the tug has got the line on board. You can see that quite clearly. It's obviously a Maersk ship, this one, because there's all Maersk and Sealand containers on board. There's a few odds and ends, Hamburg, Sud, Maersk Sealand I can see again, and the rest are just sort of Maersk boxes. And there's the tug, just holding her back, stopping her from going too fast. Very powerful tugs these. Can't see another one down there because it's only a fairly small container ship, this one. But you can just pan round a bit and you can just see the under the bow of the Lara. You can see this. I think it's called the Infinity. I'll capture that in a minute. See, the Lara there is registered in one of these flags of convenient countries, Monrovia. Can't be too many boxes on board there because the Plimsoll line is showing well above the water line. That's the red band where it meets the black band. And there has to be a certain distance to make sure the ship's not overloaded. And you can just see the ex-Celebrity on the stern there. Just picking that up now. I think the cruise ship is actually waiting for the container ship because she has to be turned in the channel. We are actually in the shipping lane there, of course, and the cruise ship is coming out of Parkston, Harwich, and it's having to give way. Again, it's certainly a very pleasant autumn evening for the last day of September. I was down here yesterday and there was another cruise ship went out and the weather just wasn't kind enough to us at all. It was dry, but it was very windy. It was very cloudy, but just look at that over there. That is just beautiful. Yeah, I think they're going to be able to cast there, no problem at all. She definitely slowed down. I think that one is called a Celebrity Infinity, the cruise ship. Sun glinting off her starboard side there. Don't quite know how many decks this one has got, but I guess that anything between 10 and 13. The one that went out yesterday was called the Rotterdam, and that had 10 decks, and that was the largest cruise liner in the Holland America line fleet, which I believe is based in Rotterdam in Holland. The other container ship has gone right well over. So the pilot will be steering her away from that cruise liner. There's plenty of depth in the channel there. They can take the biggest of ships at any state of the tide. Just have a look at that one again there. It certainly looks very majestic. Yeah, the container ship has gone well over. It sure looks a good sight, that. It's a gentle washing of the waves onto the beach here. Looking down on it, it's very shingly in places and also quite sandy in places. And it changes with each tide. There's the tugs over there, grey test, little survey tug. There's bits of Shockley. Let's see what the other one is. There's one out there taking the other boat in, ship in, and she's now turning her around. Got the cruise liner making good headway now. Yes, this is a Celebrity Infinity. I saw her a few weeks back actually. I think I might have caught it in the sunset again. But this is a real treat. Just pan round to the sun again here so we know where we're looking at. Haven't got far to go. Probably about another half a mile. That really looks magnificent. The other ship, the Lara, is right down there now. I'm beginning to swing around. And Celebrity cruises. Not many passengers on deck. I think she's next port of call is Le Havre, if I remember rightly. And it goes on to Vigo or something. I think when I go into Le Havre, the passengers are actually going down to Paris for a day or two. Let's have a look, see how many decks I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, there's at least 10 there. I'm coming round to the sun now. That really looks a treat. Oh, she's blocking out the sun now. There's a beautiful view. This is John Cooper, News at 10, Felixstowe. There she goes, sailing around the point at Landguard. Suffolk's most southerly point that she's passing now.